Hi, everybody. Welcome to this course. My name is Psychic Christine Wallace, and I am a psychic clairvoyant, medium, life coach, and energy healer. So in this course, we are going to go through each chakra one by one, explaining to you the importance of each and every chakra, and more importantly, how to keep them open and balanced. Now, this is not, just do it once and forget about it. The chakras, the balancings, the alignments, and the openings of the chakra, which basically all mean the same thing, is something that you'll have to do from time to time whenever you're feeling some kind of toxic energy or feeling off balance. For example, and this is the one we're going to start working on in this video, is the root chakra. So I'm going to talk to you about the root chakra. It's a very important chakra. If this chakra is not opened or aligned or balanced, it's going to have a major impact on your life. And I'll tell you why. This is your very foundation. The foundation of your life, pretty much. So imagine you wanted to build a house, for example. You cannot or would not want to build your home on a bad foundation, because anything else after that is not really going to matter. It's not going to work. Nothing is going to work. The house, whatever you make, is going to fall down eventually if you set up your house on a poor foundation. So it works the same when it comes to the root chakra. So the root chakra is also considered the base chakra, the foundation chakra, and it is located beneath the navel and at the base of the spine. You can actually go ahead and touch it. It's at the base of your spine and right below the navel. So this chakra is also responsible for anything from the waist down. And it's like you have your legs, your hips, everything that you need to stand on, basically, that whatever it is that holds you up is what the purpose is of the root chakra. And what you end up feeling when this chakra is not balanced, opened, or aligned properly is fear. Fear is the number one issue, which is basically the core problem. And out of fear, if it isn't right, meaning the root chakra, you start to have anxiety. Out of fear, you start to feel jealous. Out of fear, you start to become super emotional. You have significant trust issues, not just with others, but also difficulty trusting yourself and your own judgment. You judge others and yourself very harshly. And basically, it throws every other chakra off balance as well. Like I said, it's like building a house on a bad foundation. The whole house is going to be weak if the foundation isn't right. So, as I said, the root chakra is your thing. You need to get it corrected in order to function basically the way we want to live or how we want to be and what we really want to feel and be is secure. Okay, so this speaks to food, shelter, basically heat in the winter, cool air in the summer, all the bare necessities basically of life. We have this fear of not having the basics. So that can be, like I said, all of the basics that I just mentioned, but it can also go out into marriage, children, having a steady job, feeling paranoid about other people, thinking that or feeling that people are kind of like out to get you, and feeling anger and resentment. So that's what the root chakra is responsible for. So the objective in fixing the root chakra, which goes with the color red, by the way, is to work on overcoming the fears. A lot of us can feel like when we're too much into the ego, we want to control everything. And again, that's about the root chakra. We want to control. We want to take. We never have enough. Okay? And we're also very scared. We think a lot about scarcity. And when we think that there's not enough to go around, we start to panic. But that, in fact, is kind of like dual thinking. It's not really a fear based on reality, because at the end of the day, there's plenty enough for everybody to go around, especially if you're living on Western Europe and in the United States. You know, it's out there. And even for people that don't live in this part of the world, can take necessary steps to get to where they want to be or need to be. Granted, it's not going to be easy, but nonetheless doable. Okay. So where there's a will, there's a way, is what I'm saying. So fear, what happens when we're afraid? And what happens to us when our root chakra is not centered or basically in a good place? We start to make decisions that are fear-based. And for example, let's say we're passionate about a certain line of work or type of work. Let's say, for example, I want to be a painter, just for argument purposes. So a lot of people will tell us that this is not, a very secure type thing. The odds of becoming successful as an artist are very slim, and all that stuff that you can imagine people might think about becoming a painter or a writer or a movie maker or whatever, an actor, an actress, it just doesn't sound very stable. But I'm passionate about it nonetheless. And this is what I'd like to pursue as my profession or my career. But because I have low confidence, low self-esteem, I'm scared, I end up going for a job that provides security. It gives me the security. It keeps the bare necessities running, basically. Excuse me. So at the end of the day, we end up in this secure position, professionally, career-wise. And after 5 years, again, for argument purposes, we find ourselves spinning around and around in circles, and we're just not happy. We're not happy. Well, let's think about that for a moment. Why should we be? Why should we be happy with a job that we got to secure ourselves? We didn't get into something that was going to make us happy. We got into something that we thought would bring us security. That was the idea, wasn't it? So we probably have the security, but we nonetheless feel a void, and we're not happy. We didn't go for happiness. We decided not to go for happiness. We went the other route to be secure. And because I guess somewhere along the line, we must have forgot why we didn't pursue our ultimate goal, our happy direction, our career, something that we felt passionate about. We feel like basically we have to sacrifice ourselves. We have to sacrifice because we're always in a state of some kind of emergency. But in reality, are we really in an emergency? We wonder, why we're not succeeding in achieving what we want to achieve. But at the end of the day, that's not the path we chose. So you really have to try to recall why. You have to ask yourself why. So that's what the root chakra being off balance, that's the direction it sends you down. That's the path that it's going to send you down. Now, let's just say that you weren't thinking that way initially. Other people made you think that way. So basically, this is how other people can block your chakras, by making you afraid and bringing that toxic energy out of you. Happens all the time. And when the root chakra is not in a good place, the low confidence is there, the low self-esteem is there. And like I said, significant trust issues. That's not somewhere we want to be, because at the end of the day, what is that? What is that? It's called self-sabotaging. And that's what we're doing. Self-sabotaging. And we're really just worried about ourselves. But at the end of the day, exactly what we're afraid of ends up happening. So think about that. But let's try to work this out. Is there a reason to be afraid? Yeah, there's some reason. I mean, there's some basis in the fear. But is it as scary as we think it is in reality? I believe 110% that when we follow a job or a direction, something that we're passionate about and we really love, our drive skyrockets. Okay. In order for you to be happy professionally and career-wise, for the long term, you really have to love what you do. And the money will follow as a result. If you love what you do, the money is going to follow because you love your work and it's going to work. That's the truth. But you don't know that because you never really tried. I mean, there's another way of looking at the security thing as well. For example, let's say, you needed to get a job to provide the funding for the ultimate goal. To be able to keep your head above water until you succeed at what you're passionate about. That's okay. If you do that and go about reaching your goals in that way, then you can even be passionate about the job that is only providing you security because it is assisting you. It's a stepping stone to getting you to where you ultimately want to be. But sadly, many of us drop what we really want to do, and we put that in some far away place in a distant future where we ultimately think we're going to be happy. And then time flies like that, and before you know it, you've been in this secure job and you really are not happy. That's the bottom line. So what can we do to work on the root chakra build up the confidence, build up the self-esteem, overcome this crazy fear that we have. It's a very exaggerated fear, very much. One thing that we can do is, because the root chakra is dealing with the ground, we need to get on the ground. We need to be more connected to Mother Earth. A walk in nature will help to ignite the positive flow of the root chakra. If we can go to a park or on a hike or anywhere we can surround ourselves with grass and nature and fresh air, anything Mother Nature, your root chakra is going to start pumping and it's going to start working and it's going to become ignited and it's going to open up and the fear will disappear. The confidence level and the self-esteem will rise up and you're going to be okay. And maybe this is something you need to do once a week, once a month, every day, whatever it takes to get that foundation going. Because like I said, without a foundation, we are nowhere. We do not have a foundation basically to build upon. So this is actually a very vitally important chakra, and you need to make sure that it's all good. Now, we hear a lot of people saying New Age, and we assume that this is some kind of new way of thinking or new way of spirituality being. Absolutely not. Chakras, Reiki healing, all of this good stuff is not new. It may be new to us in the Western world, but it's actually older than the Bible itself. I think I read somewhere 3,000-4,000 years. I mean, you can go ahead and Google that and check it out. But what I would like you to do is, like I said, take that walk in nature. Go ahead, sit down on the ground, go into a meditative state. When you're sitting on the ground in a lotus position, your root chakra is actually touching the earth and it starts to work and clear out and open up. Now, what you can also do is just go ahead and follow these instructions right here, and let me show you how to start pumping up your energy and aura. Get your hands and let's go like this. Very simple to do. No strain in the hands, just hold them up loosely and go like this. And what's going to start to happen is you are going to feel the energy between your two hands. And you should be feeling that right about now. Okay? So now we're going to see our root chakra, which is the color red. And what it is a red ball of light. And inside this red ball of light is the energy inside moving in a circular motion. And while this energy is moving in a circular motion, and it's looking to me like a ball of fire, I hope you can all see it in your mind's eye, okay? Because I can definitely see mine. We're expanding it and retracting it, and it's getting bigger and smaller, and here we go. And we see this beautiful red ball of light. And it's energy moving in this amazing circular motion, and this is you. This is your energy. So when this ball feels really strong, We're going to take it and we're going to move it right to the root chakra and just touch the root chakra. Touch below the navel, or if you feel better doing it at the base of the spine. And feel that root chakra opening up. It's nice and open and activated, and there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Now, I know that right now, as you're watching this video, you probably have felt everything that I said you were going to feel in doing this exercise. But imagine how much more you would have felt or would feel if you were to be out in nature where the root chakra is at its best and following this exercise. It's going to work. And you are going to learn to do this for yourself. And like I said, it's going to work wonderfully. It's going to work for you. And it's going to work for you to do this for someone else as well. Okay? So let's just do that again. Just so I want you to do a couple of different things, just so you feel the power of that energy that you have. Okay, so we can always come back and get more. Energy doesn't run out. It has no limits. Just like I told you, there's no scarcity. Nothing to fear. No scarcity. If somebody else has got it, you can have it too. There's enough for us all. There's enough energy to go around. So we're feeling it. So now I want you to take your pointer finger and go into this circular motion in the palm of your hand and watch how you can feel that energy in the palm of your hand. Okay, now this energy, we can move it anywhere we want. We can even go ahead and clean our aura just by moving the energy. All we have to do is move it, get it moving and exercised. And we can feel that working, okay? You can do this too. So we just start here, right? Now there's one more thing, and then after working on this chakra, we're going to go to the rest, but I also want to show you another little exercise since we're on, these physical exercises with the chakras. This helps to clean the third eye chakra, helps to open it up. Okay, I want you to get the palm of your hand and put it right here. Do not, look what I'm doing. I'm not touching my forehead. I just put it here like between, or like in the center of my forehead, between the eyebrows, third eye chakra. I'm going to keep quiet. And I can feel it doing its thing. And you feel it doing its thing and it's working. Okay, everybody, so you can go ahead and practice these exercises. Remember what I said. The root chakra is your very foundation. All of the chakras are important, but the root chakra is like super important because it's the foundation you build your house upon. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you in the next video. We're going to be working on the sacral chakra next.